Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Barcode and Barcode on Prion Terraces. This might be the very first time in the history of my channel that I cast a game between two Barcode players. And let's get right on into it. In the bottom right of Prion Terraces, we have the red Zerg player, it is Barcode. And in the top left of Prion Terraces, we have the blue Protoss player, it is Barcode, who is also puCK. This is definitely puCK, I know that for sure. Alright, so a PvZ here on Prion Terraces. We've seen some pretty amazing games on this map so far. In Legacy of the Void, I'm really excited for it. It has basically a lot of gold bases. If I remember correctly, yep, there's one here you can take right outside your main. There's also one over here. Same thing for the Protoss player, one there. Nope, and one over here. Are there more gold bases? I'm trying to remember. Why is that one golden? This one is. And also these in the middle. So it's like you can risk it by taking these middle ones, but these ones are fairly safe, man. And look at that. Barcode actually going for the hatch first here at the gold base. If puCK can punish this, might be good for him. But instead, he goes Nexus first. Whoa, brave indeed. You don't know if there's a 14 pool coming your way, puCK. But he's risking it anyway. So he is definitely going for that Nexus first. The music gets interesting and exciting in anticipation of that. And there comes the gateway popping on up for the Protoss player, and a spawning pool as well as an extractor coming up for the Zerg. So Barcode is not being super greedy. He is going for the hatch first at the goal, but he's not going like a 3 hatch before pool or anything. But he might be able to have gotten away with that just because, again, it was a Nexus first build from puCK. He isn't able to do any pressure on the Zerg for quite a while here. So a 3 hatch might have been the correct response. But again, nobody scouted those first couple minutes, so nobody knew. So puCK is getting in here and getting a good scout off. He sees the timing on the spawning pool and the gas and says, okay, there are probably some speedlings coming my way because that gas has been up for quite a while. Barcode might have enough for the metabolic boost upgrade by the time the spawning pool finishes, and it's going to be close. He won't have enough right on time, but it will be close enough in my estimation. So not walling off, again, just choosing to believe in the power of the photon overcharge. Is puCK, has 2 gas, 3 workers on each gas. This Nexus is finishing, and there are a couple lings on the way. This doesn't look like enough lings to actually... He is getting metabolic boost, though, to actually kill anything. Maybe just for some harass, because he is continuing to get drones. So he didn't cut workers and go straight for speedlings, which might have actually worked. Might have been able to kill some stuff here. Oh, whoa. And the red pylon, where... It's sick and dank. Wait, where is this red pylon? Is it that one? That's kind of red. I've seen them look redder before. I guess maybe if the color of the Protoss is red. I think the idea here is that range. I don't know if the Protoss is within, or if the pylon is within range of a gateway or a Nexus, then it warps in the units more quickly, but I don't know if that's in range at all. Anyway, a couple lings come on in here. The probes are forced to defend themselves, and one probe does die, and one ling dies. That's probably a fair trade for Barcode. puCK, very annoyed, brings an Adept over, and 2-shots that ling into oblivion. So like I said, not some crazy ling pressure here, but again, getting that speed and only making 2 lings. I'm not sure if that was a good decision by Barcode or not, in all honesty here. A couple gateways coming up here. Is that 3 gateways at the front? It is. 3 gateways at the front for puCK. Meanwhile, our Zerg player doing injects fairly well at this point. Look at that, below 25 energy. That's what I like to see from the Zerg players. Another extractor coming up, and that 3rd hatchery coming up now. A little bit late, I think. A couple queens going after this Adept. 1 queen isn't quite enough to chase an Adept away, but 2 queens is. I like that choice from Barcode to get those out there. The Protoss player, meanwhile, what tech are they going for? Here it is, Robotics Facility. So it could be Immortals. And getting chased down by the Speedlings is this Adept, and she gets evaporated into the ether. So like I said, could be Immortals, could be Disruptors with the Robotics Bay coming up as well. We'll just have to wait and see. I know that puCK does like the Disruptor in PvZ because the Disruptor is able to one-shot all Zerg units that are ground units except for the Ultralisk and the Lurker, which at 2 shots on the Lurker. So Ultras are tanky against that, but everything else, I've seen huge, huge swaths. Oh, not a tight wall, not a tight wall. Abort, abort. Oh, and the lings get in here, kill a probe. Being so annoying right now. puCK has to be kicking himself for leaving that open. The lings running on into the main base now and seeing what they can see in here. Seeing the robo facility, going after these workers, getting a probe immediately. Photon overcharge, killing 1 of the lings. And they're trying to stay outside of the circle of death here. And killing 1 more probe, taking a casualty for their trouble. But again, probe harass doing fairly well. Another overcharge, killing the remainder of those lings. 10 lings died, but 4 probes have died as well. It is now an even 44-44. Nobody has the advantage that way. Barcode, why does that make it so hard to wall off? Yes, puCK, it's a good question. He did throw down a second pylon to finish that complete wall. Now he has to kill a pylon to get through, which is annoying. Barcode saying, Blizzard hates Protoss. That's something a Zerg player will never say. You never hear that from any Protoss players at all. Lurker Den on the way for Barcode, a Warp Prism on the way, and Blink for puCK. And yeah, so it's going to be probably a Lurker type approach here against Blink Stalker. This Stalkers do not want to stand in here against these Lings. They probably should blink out, but Blink's not done yet. Now it finishes, and the Ling's back on out there. Good micro, getting a couple Ling kills while not being surrounded. puCK always good for that level of micro ability, micro management. Overlord gets sniped on down in the middle of nowhere. Creep spread looking okay for Barcode, actually. I think puCK's a little bit worried to move on to the creep and be on the creep for this long until getting to that third base or that second base. Warp Prism, no, not a Warp Prism. Actually, is puCK going to take a third Nexus over here? Yeah, it looks like he's planning on doing so, throwing down a preparatory pylon. And meanwhile, the Robotics Bay is coming up. Disruptors are going to be the answer. Disruptor against Lurker is a fight we have seen many times already on the channel, and I think we will see many, many more times in the future. Creep spread actually over here by this gold base. I like this choice by Barcode. So here we come. Hydra, Ling against these Stalkers and getting some shots off, blinking away. Warp Prism also running away from these Hydras. They want nothing to do with the Hydralisks. The first Disruptor is on the way for puCK. Some Lurkers morphing in, and I think puCK wants to kill those eggs, but the Hydras are standing in. Some good blink micro, and again, forced to blink everybody away. Hydra count is way too high for those Stalkers to handle them, just standing there. The Lurkers are starting to morph on in, and yep, they're going to pop, no problem. Kabloop. They're going to burrow somewhere. No. Lurkers, no. Oh, one Lurker dies after doing nothing at all, but here comes the siege forward. The Lurkers are going to continue to push. The Hydras are going to chase things back. The Ling's trying to get us surround. puCK not willing to stand in and commit to anything, which means that Barcode can continue to move up here, morphing more Lurkers in, and the Disruptors are going to have to be the answer to deal with this, because I don't think pure Blink Stalker is going to be enough. Lurkers getting shots off. Purification Nova almost killing a bunch of Hydras. I think he got one, but that was about it. An Adept dies at the front lines as well. The Ling's popping on in. Photon Overcharge is going down to get rid of those Lings. I don't know if that's a good choice, backing out as well. Lurkers on the low ground getting picked off individually by the Stalkers. 2 Lurkers dying. A little bit too close to the action there. Remaining Lurkers getting on that low ground exactly where their friends died previously. It doesn't look like a very good spot to go, but getting the Spines into that gateway, opening a wall for the Hydra's Purification Nova. Oh, fantastic placement. Killing one, greatly weakening 2 of them. They might get this gateway unless puCK comes in to do something about it. And no, the gateway does end up falling. Overseer coming in as well. Warp Prism holding both of those. Ling's getting on top of those Blink Stalkers. 1 Lurker ends up dead. Continuing reinforcements coming across the map. A bunch of Lurkers coming on in now. Purification Nova killing those eggs. Wow! Amazing play there by puCK. Just slaughtering 5 of those eggs. I didn't realize that was a thing. The eggs have fewer hit points than Lurkers, so you can actually kill them with 1 shot. Maybe that was a 2-shot. I don't know. I guess there were a couple Purification Novas on top of them. Only 100 hit points on the egg, though, so I guess that makes sense. They do get 1 shot by the Purification Nova. Lings and Hydras really doing a great job keeping the pressure up on puCK here, but puCK masterfully microing his units. But the Lings got into the main base. They want to kill this Robo facility. They're going to be able to do it, too. I don't think there's enough DPS from puCK to save it. It's down to the red. Oh, but he abandoned the target for just a second. Is it enough to keep it alive? No! The remaining 3 Zerglings actually kill it there. Lings coming in as well. Lurker, single Lurker getting sniped on down by the Blink Stalkers. Single Hydra dying at the same time. Adept getting rid of those Zerglings. And Barcode deciding to head back home. So right here, resources lost. 2,900 minerals, 1,000 gas for the Protoss. 5,100 minerals, and about 2,000 gas for Barcode. A lot of Lurkers die there. A lot of Lurker eggs as well. Warp Prism makes itself known to these Overlords. Tries to go about the roundabout way. Perhaps a Disruptor drop is in the future here. And trying to throw down a pylon. Nope, the Ling sniffed that one out immediately. Overlord dying at the front lines. Adepts being warped in. There are no Disruptors available. It's going to have to be Stalker Adept on this attack. I don't know how well this is going to work. For puCK, he's going to try to make something happen, though. Coming in, sniping down an Overseer. Bloop. Refund coming on back there. Spines getting some shots off. Enough to chase away puCK for the time being. Warp Prism does still have 2 Disruptors. I'm not sure if Barcode expects this. I think he's happy that he killed the robotics facility. He doesn't expect any more Disruptor shots, but he must be very, very wary of that. Any upgrades at all for these Hydras? Nope, none whatsoever. Resonating Glaives on the way for the Adepts, increasing their attack speed, is being researched by puCK. A Ling counterattack heading left. Can they kill this base? Might be able to, but once again, another poke in, and just with the lurkers available without disruption, or without disruptors, Purification Nova, it's just a bad spot. The cannons are getting taken down, Ling's dying as well, Adepts getting surrounded, but I think there are enough Adepts to actually handle this number of Lings. Is it though, actually? One Adept isn't up dying. The remaining forces for puCK are forced to come back home and try to deal with this. The Lings are individually microing down probes and then just running away again. Forcing the army back was a big pickup by Barcode. Only 5 probes have died so far in this game, though I think 4 of them were up here. Only 1 probe died in that entire attack. A lot of them were weakened, but none of them, okay, maybe 1 of them died. 4th base is up and running for Barcode on that 2nd gold. The income has got to be very nice right now. Yes, has quite a bit of bank. They're unfortunately supply blocked. Overlords are popping just about now, though. Glial reconstitution on the way, and Disruptor production is up again for puCK. We already put that new robo facility right here at the natural. Coming around the right side, I think Barcode wants to take down this base and not walk up onto the creep here. But again, the creep is doing a great job scouting. Blinkstalker's taking down that creep tumor. The army needs to respond, and it does immediately. Barcode sending his army to defend that 4th base. Some of them coming left, some of them coming right. The Hydra's popping in once again. The Purification Nova is available. Lurkers burrowing on the low ground, and pretty good splits. 3 Hydras died, but it could have been so much more worse for the Zerg player. Excellent, excellent play, trying to get those kills with the Purification Nova or puCK. That new warping animation looks so sweet. I love it. And again, moving back onto the creep, puCK really needs to keep the pressure up. Cannot let the Zerg just sit back and macro up and tech up and upgrade as much as he wants. Hydras and Roaches and Spines coming across. Purification Nova going to try to kill that Lurker, and does get it. The buddy actually getting lifted up onto the ledge as it gets exploded. And again, the Purification Nova really the key here to dealing with this Zerg army. Roaches and Hydras saying, forget that army, we might go for a base race. Ladies and gentlemen, popping up is puCK. I keep saying Barcode, but it's puCK. Finding no resistance at this 4th base. Going to be able to kill it, no problem at all. Meanwhile, the Lings and the Roaches and the Hydras come in. It is a grand old-fashioned base race. The Adepts get evaporated immediately. All the workers here are going to die as well. Transferring probe going to die. And is puCK going to go home? It looks like he is. Couple Spines taking out a couple Adepts, but not really making too big of a dent in the army here. Roach Hydra splitting up their units. Again, going to try to kill this base once more, and they're going to get that cannon. The Adepts come in just to slow things down a little bit, but going to focus down this Nexus. I think that's what's going to happen. Yes, indeed. Barcode focusing down the Nexus, not worrying about the attacks, and now actually going after the Protoss units here, picking up a Disruptor kill, and then heading on back home. He really should kill that Nexus. Purification Nova coming on in, killing a bunch of Roaches and Changelings, but then retreating home once more. I think he should have gotten that Nexus. He was there. I think he had the time to do it, but instead he did not. So 23 probes to 45 drones. Lost a lot of probes here, did puCK. Lost a lot of drones here as well, did Barcode. But here comes the push. puCK is not feeling very charitable right now. He wants to get in there and actually kill the Zerg player and kill him dead. Oh, Lurker again getting Spines in. Does extra damage to Armored. Purification Nova coming right on in, killing that Lurker. That's exactly the move we've seen so many times from Protoss players. Good concave here, though. Purification Nova whiffing on that one, doing okay on that 2nd and 3rd ones, but not as great as you would expect. Getting right on top of everything here. Disruptors in the front lines are getting focused down by the Roaches and the Hydralisks. So many Stalkers are dying as well. The Disruptors going to the back lines, trying to recharge their ability for Purification Nova, chasing away. Once again, puCK is forced to retreat. Has not replanted this base. Is instead sending probes down to this base as well. 44 to 28 total probes. Can Barcode pull this off? Or is puCK going to be able to come back behind the power of the Disruptor? Resources lost out here. 9,800 minerals, 2,000 gas loss. DT's trying to take down this base. Zerg has lost 13,000 minerals and 4,300 gas. Overseer, is there not an Overseer with this army? Oh my goodness, what an oversight by Barcode. Forces a cancel on that base. Amazing play there by puCK. Well played indeed. APM 200 plus for both of these players throughout this entire game. This is a GM Pro level StarCraft 2, everybody. Another DT. Does he force a cancel on this hatchery as well? Or is there an Overseer with this army? I don't see an Overseer. It's coming, but it's too late. Another canceled hatchery. Oh, the DT counterattacks are making all the difference in the world right now for puCK. If Barcode had been able to sit back and double expand like this, replant this base, get his worker count up, continue to max out on his army, puCK would have been in a lot of trouble. But as it stands, As it stands, he did force a cancel there. There's a lot of long-distance mining going on. He hasn't even tried to take this base here. Has Barcode. And honestly, are there any upgrades here at all? No. No upgrades for Barcode. I don't know if this is some kind of new meta or something, but I've seen a lot of high-level players just not go for upgrades, and I just don't understand it. puCK does have +1/+1, one of those being plasma shields, which is good, but again, not amazing for this point in time. Purification Nova killing a ton of units. Huge hit. Another one killing that lurker and all the roaches. Another splash damage there. A couple disruptors getting caught on that ramp. Purification Nova coming out and exploding before they end up dying. Another Nova killing a couple Hydras and a roach. The army just getting whittled down slowly here. Lurkers are still on the ground, though. They want to kill this Nexus so badly. Probes dying at the same time. Lings getting on top of everything. The Photon Overcharge being used to chase this army away out of the natural. The army for puCK can't quite decide to engage or not. Finally, this Nexus is going to fall to the Lurkers. And one Lurker ends up dead, but the other one should be able to finish it, and he does. Finishes it indeed. Another Purification Nova whips there. Try to get that final Lurker. A small Ling counterattack. Gonna force a cancel on this Nexus as well, I think. I don't know, but again, Ling's Hydras at the natural, going after the Robo Facilities, holding the ramp. More Purification Nova coming right on in, killing a Lurker, throwing its body so far away. Lurker spread looking actually pretty impressive right now. puCK does not know what to do. Lings chasing down these disruptors freshly out of the Robo Facility. They're getting trapped in a corner, and will they die before they can get a single Nova off? I think they might. puCK's attention seems to be elsewhere, trying to kill these reinforcing Hydralisks, and Lings going after the Stalkers. Purification Nova does kill a Lurker. There's still one there as well, and so many probes are dying. Cannons falling as well. The second robotics facility going to die here. For puCK loses it. It is 67 to 72 supply. A very, very low econ game here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who is going to win. The Lurkers are finally all dead. This small army of Hydras trying to kill what at this point? Basically going after probes. Probes on the gas. And the Hydras, their days are numbered. Overseers trying to come home. Purification Nova killing all three of them, throwing their bodies into the air. The question is, who can remax first? The answer is usually Zerg here. 34 Lings, 38 Lings on the way. It's 39 Harvesters to 15 total. puCK, what is he mining from right now? He's mining from his main. He has some mineral patches there, but this Nexus is gone. This Nexus is gone. The Lings finishing down that assimilator. There are a couple patches here as well with 3 total workers. Transferring workers are on the way, but puCK needs to make something happen now. He is in so much trouble. Lings coming across the center lane, and unfortunately for puCK, he is sending units down the left lane. The Changelings actually chasing this army, keeping an eye on them. It's a handful of Stalkers, a few Disruptors, and a couple Sentries here. The Lings get into the main base. They're going after the Cyber Core. They're trying to take down gateways. The production facilities for puCK are in danger. What is puCK able to do here? Can he blink into the main? He might try to do that here. More Lings on the way. Again, I think Lings might be the answer to the composition that we're seeing here from puCK. And a Lurker burrowing, getting focused down. Purification Nova on top of all of those Hydras. The Lings coming in from everywhere, though. Good force fields keeping the Lings off, blinking the wounded Stalkers away. Lings trying to come around the left side to kill what they can. Purification Nova getting dodged by the Lings and then coming back in again. Another Nova killing a whole bunch of Zerglings, though. Adepts falling here. An Adept gets picked off by the remaining Hydralisk. Full swarm here of Lings taking down Disruptors, exploding in gouts of orange flame, getting on top here, trying to kill these workers. I think puCK is not willing to give up yet. He is going to fight to the bitter end. He has 6 workers left. Purification Nova whiffing there, not doing so well. Another Nova killing a couple things, but again, Barcode getting better and better at dodging these as the game goes on. Not even trying to plant a new base here as puCK. He knows he needs to make something happen. He needs to win it now, or else he's in a lot of trouble doing this Purification Nova Disruptor drop play. He needs something to kill this Warp Prism is what he needs, and I don't know what it is going to be. Hydralisks could be pretty good as well. Purification Nova, no. Completely misses there. Hydra getting some shots off and killing a whole bunch of Zerglings. Their bodies scattering across the nether sphere there. I don't think that was the right word, but across the map anyway. And this micro, this is all puCK has to do. I don't think he's really doing anything else but maybe making some probes. So we're going to follow this guy for the time being. It is 40 Harvesters to 12, though. I don't think this is looking good for a Protoss player, but Purification Nova killing a few workers, killing a Queen, actually, and still the Warp Prism is still alive. Lings coming on out. They want to kill some stuff. They're going to catch a probe. One of the few probes left for puCK. And what is here? Warping in. An Adept getting surrounded, unfortunately. A DT, though. DT's here, but an Overseer with Hydras is here as well. And that's it. The GG from puCK. puCK's defeated. Barcode's victorious, and puCK has left the game. Wow. Amazing back and forth action there from both of these players. Purification Novas all over the place. Units lost tab here. 13 Disruptors died. 49 Roaches, 46 Hydralisks, 21 Lurkers, 32 Stalkers, 36 Adepts, 5 Sentries, a Mothership Core died at the same time. 3 Nexuses fell for puCK, which is what I really think, what it really boiled down to in this game. So APM overall throughout the game, again, 220 per player. Just fantastic abilities from both of these guys. Resources lost, 18,000 minerals, 6,500 gas for puCK, 21,000 minerals, 7,000 gas for Zerg. So Barcode basically lost more resources, did not lose as many workers. I think that was a big thing as well. But again, was able to out macro puCK and get the win. So well played to him, well played Barcode. I wish I knew who you really were, but I guess that is not meant to be. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, please enjoy the music at the end of the cast. Go ahead and visit my store for the Christmas season. Get a StarCraft 2 t-shirt, get a Falcon Paladin t-shirt. Really fun stuff indeed. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.